Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is another entry in a continuing trend of disappointing superhero movies. I'm starting to feel like a scratched record. Doctor Strange was a very good movie, but disappointing in how it missed its inherent potential. Logan was a very good movie, but disappointing in how it missed its inherent potential. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is very good, but you catch my drift. The reason why each movie ended up this way varies. Doctor Strange never went as dark as it should have. Logan perhaps went too dark and failed to develop the core relationship with the film. Guardians Volume 2 is filled with a cast of lovable returning characters, but this time in an inconsistent story that has a tendency to lurch around with little or too much build-up. The most prominent story problem is the lack of any sort of antagonist for the first half of the film. The closest we get is a Ravager named Taserface, whose name is enough to throw Rocket into fits of laughter.
That's a fake laugh.
Making him seem less like an antagonist and more like comic relief. That's not to say this film lacks a good villain. Quite the contrary. The villain here is quite a bit stronger than Ronan was in the original film.
What are you doing?
Probably one of the very few aspects Volume 2 does better than Volume 1. Just the movie takes its sweet time establishing the villain, making the audience wonder what these Guardians are even guarding. It's hard to get invested in a movie with little to no stakes. Then when all is revealed, the movie almost seems to be in a rush to get to a resolution. Despite all this, the movie is still a solid enough piece of entertainment, largely drawing on the interpersonal chemistry between the heroes. They are the reason the film works with this story. It's not even that the story is bad, more that the story spends too much time establishing itself, and not nearly enough letting the audience appreciate where the story has gone. If you're a fan of the original movie, then you're pretty much guaranteed to have fun here. The returning cast is just as fun as they were before, with a special shout out to Dave Bautista, who really stands out this time.
So you just told everyone your deepest, darkest secret?
Dude, come on.
You must be so embarrassed! Do me!
The new cast are all welcome additions, even Sylvester Stallone, who pretty much exists here just to set up a spin-off or sequel. The use of music is just as fun as it was before. Groot dancing to ELO's Mr. Blue Sky is a definite highlight. James Gunn's direction of action is just as much fun as ever. This is just a movie with a lot of fun, just not as much as you had with the original. Hey, if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe. That helps me out a lot. And if you really love this video, consider visiting my Patreon page.